Hey, it's Stephen with Jacksonville Real Estate News, your unbiased information source for real estate news here in the greater Northeast Florida area. I hope you're having a wonderful and amazing Friday. As you know, if you follow the channel or you get my emails that are going out, today is news and notes. We're going to go over everything that's kind of happening, things that I find interesting here in the real estate market. Of course, we're going to go over some mortgage interest rates, and then we're going to get into some unemployment numbers, which affects the real estate market a lot. And then we're going to do a little tip and trick to save you money and pay off your mortgage faster. So please, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit that notification, because you know what? You got this information for free. Please share it with your friends and family. I want to make sure that you're up to date on everything that is happening here in Jacksonville, Florida. So once again, we're going to be talking about mortgage rates here first thing. You guys really seem to like this information, and so we're going to keep talking about it. If you want something else gone over, please put a comment down below, and I'll be happy to get to it and go over it, give you my insight of what I think. So let's get into it. Mortgage rates dropped down the fifth week in a row. We've been seeing this over and over. They are starting to decline. The declining mortgage rate streak continued through the 30-year fixed rate drop from last week's 6.28 to this week's 6.27 was relatively small. Yeah, I mean, of course it's relatively small if you're going from 6.28 to 6.27, but let's look at this as a bigger picture. So we've seen this happen for 5 weeks in a row. That's a big deal. With a lot of the mortgage people that I'm speaking with, the economists that I am reading, is we're going to see this keep happening. It's going to keep coming down and down and down. For you out there who are looking to buy a house or waiting to buy a house, I think this trend's going to kind of keep happening. I would expect that probably middle of the year to end of year, where it's going to get down below 6. Now, do I think it's going to get to 3 or 3? No, it's just not doing it. And I know you guys have probably heard me say this before, but it's not going back to the way it was. It's just not happening. So just be prepared for that. If you can get in to something that works for your payment. I know everyone's like, oh, what's the interest rate? What's the interest rate? I don't want you thinking like that, guys. I want you to think of, hey, what is the payment and does it fit into my lifestyle? You could have a 6.28 or a 6.27 mortgage rate, and your payment could still be below what you would be paying in rent. You don't need to be really focused on the mortgage rate if it fits into your lifestyle and budget. The one thing that I always suggest is, hey, let's try to stay 25% of your monthly budget for housing. And that's everything. Even if you have PMI, that's fine. If it stays under that 25%, that's a good number. And especially if that 25% stays is below what you're paying in rent. That's what we need to be thinking about. I know I go over mortgage rates because I want you guys to know it because people always ask me about it. But at the same time, what is your payment and what does that look like for your lifestyle moving forward? So we're not going to get into a lot of this other stuff. Just you can see mortgage rates going down. Please be aware. Next thing that I wanted to get into is the jobs, unemployment numbers here in Northeast Florida. The great thing about this is impacting everything. Everything it's impacting Northeast Florida and home prices because there's a stable economy here. If you watched the channel before, you've heard me go over the different facets of the Jacksonville economy, how it is very stable and broad with blue collar and white collar jobs. Our economy in Jacksonville is not based on entertainment or tourism. We have that here, but we're not talking Orlando. No. We've got ports, we've got Navy bases, we've got Fortune 500 companies, we've got all sorts of things, a great hospital system. So that is what makes our economy so good and is going to make demand for homes here in Northeast Florida continue to move forward. So when we're looking at the jobs numbers, this is really good. For those of you who live here, that means you're going to still have a strong economy when you go to sell. For people wanting to come into Jacksonville, there's people looking for work. So let's get into this. The Jacksonville unemployment rate, which was stable in February, with job growth surging in the area. The Florida Department of Economic Opportunity reported March 24th the jobless rate in Jacksonville, Metropolitan, Baker, Clay, Nassau, and St. John's. So that's the 5 counties. If you ever hear us talk about Northeast Florida, this is it, the 5 counties. So just be aware, just so you know. Were unchanged from 2.5%. This is really, really good. Coming down here a little bit more, the Economic Agency also stated non-farm businesses added a net total of 42,800 from February 2022 through February 2023. That's a 5.6 growth rate. That is big. I mean, guys, 5.6. 40,000 jobs were added in a year in the 5 counties of Northeast Florida. That is a big, big deal. We have a very strong and growing economy. So if you're looking to come to Jacksonville, the economy is growing. Things are happening. You need to know that. You need to see it. There's a lot of bad information out there. There's a lot of doom and gloom about what's going on. That's why I started Jacksonville Real Estate News, is because I wanted you guys to see what was really happening here in Jacksonville from data, facts, and numbers. My goal is just to educate and empower you as being a home buyer or seller here in Northeast Florida. So coming down here, that's the big thing. The economy is growing in Jacksonville. That's great. That's going to keep home prices going up. That's going to keep driving people here into the Jacksonville area. Now, let's get on to our money saving tip of this week. So I love it. Just the title of this is the not so secret way to build equity. So if you already have a home, you probably already know about this, but you may not. If you don't have a home and you're thinking about buying a home, well, you need to listen to this because this could save you a lot. I'm saying a lot of money if you do it this way. So let's get into it. We're going to get into numbers and look at it. Rather than paying your mortgage monthly, make a half payment every 2 weeks, equaling 1 extra payment per year. It can shave about 6 years off of a 30-year loan. 6 years. So the benefits of doing this is you're going to pay less interest over time, because you're hitting the principal more and more. You're going to build equity faster. Once again, you're hitting principal, you're going to get more equity in your home. You're going to drop your PMI. Private mortgage insurance, if you put down less than 20% on your property, you are paying PMI. Once you get to that 20% to sometimes some lenders do 22 or 23%, that PMI drops off. You need to talk to your lender about that with whoever you have your mortgage with. And then, of course, the awesome thing is paying off your mortgage sooner. Who doesn't love being out of debt? Who doesn't love having a mortgage payment sitting over their head? So let's get into what this really looks like. So this is, let's do a quick example. The scenario assumes a $300,000 loan with a 30-year fixed term at 5.75 APR. Pretty standard loan. There we go. Now, our payment amount, normally if we pay once a month, our payment amount is going to be $1,751. Total number of payments a year, 12. Total paid per year, $21,012. Number of years to pay off, 30. Gosh, that just, whenever you see your amortization schedule when you close on your loan, that's the one that just goes, oh, just sinks in and hits you. How can we get that down and faster? Total interest paid, $330,000. Total cost, $630,360. That's on a 30-year, $300,000 mortgage. Yeah, that's how much interest you're paying. I know, it's crazy. It's a lot of interest. Why do you think I'm bringing this tip to you so you don't have to pay that much interest? Come on, people. Let's be financially responsible and make sure that we get out of debt as soon as we can. Now, coming down here, here's our example. Bi-weekly payments. Payment amount, $875.50. You know, about half. Number of payments, 26. Total paid per year, $22,763. So you're paying more. Yeah, that's right. You're paying more. Now, number of years to pay off, 24 years, 10 months. Total interest paid, $263. Ooh, wait. So if I pay twice a month, I pay the same amount, you're telling me that I could only pay $263,000 in interest versus paying standard direct deposit, send it over, don't even think about it. I'm paying $330,000 of interest over the term of the loan. That's a tough decision, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. What do you mean you don't know what you're going to do? Set up bi-monthly payments. Every other week, set them up. Look at how much money this is saving us, guys. Look, total cost $630,000. We come all the way down here, $563,000. No brainer, guys. Come on. We need to do this. Go set this up as soon as you can with your mortgage so that you can save money, you can get out of debt faster, and you can go and live the life that you've always wanted to live because you're not burdened by that debt hanging over you. Once again, I hope you found this information insightful and interesting for what's going on here in Jacksonville. Please remember, like, subscribe, follow, put on the notification buttons. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, just thoughts on what I should be doing next, please put a comment below. I read all of those. I will respond to them. And you know what, Jacksonville? You have a wonderful and amazing weekend. It's a beautiful day. The rain has stopped. And go enjoy yourself and enjoy our beautiful city.